Okay, I just simply had to submit this before Election Day because I have a feeling that by the end of it all, some things are going to be very different in this country. Uh, I think a lot of these races will not be resolved immediately tomorrow anyway. I think there's going to be all kinds of fighting and all kinds of unrest and all kinds of strife. And I hope I'm wrong, but I'm afraid that what I'm saying could possibly happen. Anyway, one thing that confuses me is that all the conservatives seem to be tooting their own horn prematurely. Everyone's forecasting victory before the votes have been counted. They're basing this on, I guess, absentee ballots. The early voting in some states, which I think is just the most terrible idea ever. It's right down there with voter referendums. Okay, the only reason that politicians have you vote for something yourself is because they do not want to suffer the consequences of however they voted on this particular issue. That's why they always come up with something that sounds so friendly and caring and loving to the sheeple, which is that, let's let the voters decide, the American people. Let's have a referendum about whether we'll have smoking in restaurants or whether we'll have a balanced budget amendment, or whether we'll have, less students per classroom and more teachers. So that the politicians don't have to pay the consequences of the vote, you see, because, of course, 10 years ago, the wise, the all-knowing citizens of Florida decided to vote for a balanced budget amendment, and they also voted for less students per classroom, which means more teachers, which means you got to spend more money on education, which means you're either going to break the budget or you're going to have to raise taxes. Oh yes, also you're being played with these voter referendums, especially in California, which is about to endure a communist takeover under the guise of legalizing pot. Because every little dipshit who loves to get stoned, all the little burnouts are going to fill up the fucking polls, and the Democrats know this. They're gonna vote Democrat because they don't know what else to do. Find a stoned fucking Republican pothead. Besides me. That's why I'm the only one wise enough to see this. It's another reason voter referendums are bad. So guess what? They did. Yeah. Anyway, the early voting is just a way for more games to be played when no one's looking. Nobody shows up to the poll all day, all afternoon, and so somebody tells somebody else, "Oh, the coast is clear," and they do whatever it is they want to do. They either burn some absentee ballots, either make some absentee ballots, or they say that all these people came in to vote and register them, chalk down their votes for whoever they want to chalk them down for. I think there's just too much that can go wrong, and probably does. I don't understand why you get all this early voting, but then all the voting has to quit. Bottom line, drop your pencils, drop your tools, drop your weapons. 7 p.m. it's over. And not a minute later. Why do they start so early and then end so early? Why don't they just have it one day? You don't make it in to vote, then just too bad for you, man. Wherever you move to or living, even if you're military, then you register to vote in that area and you go vote over there. That's my suggestion. Of course, nobody's going to listen to me. But I'm wondering, is there something that these pundits already know that we, the unwashed masses of people, are not being told? Are the more conservative elements in the media, such as Rush Limbaugh and them, are they just trumpeting so loudly a Republican victory with such confidence, seemingly overconfidence to me? Uh, uh, but have they been made privy to secret, secluded, exclusive get-togethers and conversations resulting therefrom, up in the ivory towers, where they could, be told of the whispers of those who hold the true power of the purse? Are the holders of these purse strings not eager to have a Democrat Congress, maybe? Is there somebody out there who just has enough power that they can decide who's going to win the Congress for another 2 years? Does the president himself, who has been selected by these people also in my conspiracy theory to end all conspiracy theories, the handlers, the O-men, does he attempt to persuade and beseech these people who keep him alive politically? Does he try to convince them that he, in fact, no longer really needs a Congress and may, in fact, be better off without them? Are Rush Limbaugh and the others really that sure that there will be a massive shift of power in the Congress because they know that the Democrats in charge might not really want to win? Of those who hold real power, see an advantage in laying down, perhaps, and taking one for the team, or rather making their underlings take one for the team. If the Democrats keep hold of power, then whatever can and probably will go wrong in the next 2 years will be considered by we, the unwashed, not paying attention American people, to be the fault of the Democrats, you see. And there's no way that Obama, or certainly any other Democrat, except maybe Hillary, Mrs. Bill Clinton, could stand a chance of being reelected as the president. That's just my humble little assessment. So, doesn't Obama and his agenda need an enemy? Don't they have to create an enemy? Don't they have to have a bad guy stopping them from helping the American people? Stopping him at every turn with each new legislative piece that is submitted and debated. Doesn't he need the party of no right now? Because if all his crazy, destructive ideas are sailed through by an apparatchik Congress, one-party legislative body, who really needs that? Because it'll all be blamed on them whatever goes wrong, see, because that's why I think that the Democrats, Pelosi, Reid, Barney Frank, and Obama may in fact want to lose. Because Obama is made to look helpless the next couple of years, facing a Republican juggernaut / right-wing hate machine media talks and flashbacks of the Gingrich who stole Christmas back in 1995, threatening to shut down the government for one day. All the while, Obama's healthcare reform bill, just takes effect in its time-release fashion, one little step at a time, requiring you to take insurance, and then the dominoes start falling after that, until there is no insurance companies anymore, and it's all single-payer system, which, public option, which everybody thought, was not there, but just by putting into practice these economic theories and strategies about to be put into play by the Obama regime, you will see that the health insurance does indeed just shrug like Atlas. Okay, you'll see. How can you pay for a kid's health insurance until they're 26? And then you also tell insurance companies you can't say no for pre-existing conditions. So the kid becomes 26, and well, they have some kind of pre-existing condition, which is bound to pop up after 26 years. Something. I mean, even if it's just that the girl got pregnant and had a cesarean or something. Okay, the aftercare for that or whatever, man. Something's going to happen. Their teeth's getting worse, whatever. You won't be able to say no. The insurance company, when that kid ventures out on his own, when he's 27 years old, to get his own health insurance, these insurance companies will not be able to say no to them. Especially the one where they're already with their parents. See? That'll probably be the thing that happens. It'll just cause these companies to cave in, man. Let's see, where was I? Yes, so the health insurance reform bill is gonna take effect in this time-release manner, like I said. And then the Wall Street reform bill, which will cause the banks just to go through so much hell, and the whole stock market system could collapse because of this. Of the banks, you know, the ones that are too big to fail, they won't fail, but all the other ones that are too small to be too big to fail, they will get rolled into the bigger banks or just disappear altogether, along with a lot of people's money, along with a lot of insurance companies, which will not be able to cover people. There's a new ways required of covering it. Many more lost jobs in these sectors will amount to many more foreclosures in the banks, and the banks will have to eat all that money unless they pass on the property to Fannie and Freddie, who will eventually own most all private and commercial property in this country, and they're working to those ends now. These 2 years that are ahead of us, while Republicans, you know, waste their time trying to keep the campaign promises of that they're going to try to turn back the clock on health insurance reform bill, this will make them look in the eyes of the public and the media. It'll make them look like bad guys. And that will cause them to lose in 2012, see? And then Obama rides again. Or another Democrat, who governs, then this next president will govern with a one-party quisling legislature, because the two-party system will be extinct. And a dictator will be installed in this country who will own everything and run everything. In the next few weeks, I think that this whole, the Congress, if they lose, the Democrats, on their way out, they're going to deem and pass something like another stimulus. They're going to do many crazy things all in succession. They're going to let the EPA run wild on any kind of oil company or utility company, which will in fact, you know, be like putting into effect cap and trade, except without the whole trading scam that goes along with that, of the credits being bought and sold. The EPA will make it very difficult for anybody to run pretty much any kind of business. And the Congress is just going to, like I said, pass every single stupid little legislative thing they can, with or without any Republican votes, even if they have to deem it passed. And they're going to start going after the Supreme Court justices, the conservative ones. We're on our way to becoming a one-party fascist dictatorship under the guise of democratic rule, and because these people think they have a mandate. So there you have it.